Speaking of fantastic fights, saw you out with Mr. Mike Coppinger last night.
Yeah.
And Mike this morning announces we got Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua.
Not done yet. Not done yet. I mean, he is right. I say terms have been agreed. I mean, there's things that have to be ironed out within the contract. He's the front runner. I like Andy Ruiz. I wanted someone that is not taking just the payday, who believes he can win, who will do everything to win at the Garden. You know, we know he's fueled by Snickers, as he says, but looks can be deceiving. Everybody in boxing, all you've got to do is speak to people in boxing, or people who know boxing. They will tell you, in fact, everything I've seen on social media is this is a tougher fight than Jarrell Miller. In fact, it's a similar fight to Jarrell Miller, other than Andy's got much quicker hands. You know,
a little shorter
and
too.
And punches harder. But, you know, he's 6'2". Jarrell's 6'3". Or 6'4". His reach is a little bit smaller, but he gets on the inside faster and he throws shots with faster hands and he punches harder. So I think it's a really credible fight. You know, Mexico could have their first world heavyweight champion. There's going to be a lot of interest on that. You know, and obviously he's with the PBC, who would love to have a heavyweight world champion. So there's some great narrative there, and you know, I believe it's a fun fight, and it's going to be a war, but it's not done yet. 100% not done yet. It may get done tonight, but it is close.
And well, Eddie, you said it yourself. He's great on the inside, explosive on the inside.
And that's something. I mean, the style.
But isn't that what Joshua does? So you're kind of playing into what Joshua does well.
I think the style's not great for Joshua in that Joshua's a tall guy. When he fights smaller guys, you've seen against Takam, you know, even against Povetkin early on. Yeah. You know, it's a tough style for him. So, but he is improving and he likes the challenge. And I wanted someone that comes to fight. You know, I didn't want someone who comes in a little bit scared. 1 round, 2 rounds, it's over, and everyone sort of says.
Do you want your guy more smart in there though, not slugging it out with Ruiz?
He can't be slugging it out with Ruiz. That's the worst thing, but he will.
That's Ruiz's only chance, isn't it? Is to exchange with him.
His chances to knock him out.
Right.
You know, I don't think he's going to outbox him, but he's got to get on the inside. Right. He's got to rough him up and let his hands go.
Right.
But you've got to get on the inside. Now, that's the dangerous thing. But I know he's going to try to do it. You know, there's a difference between saying to someone, you've got to get on the inside, and like, if he gets knocked out trying, he will do that. But you know, this is a fight where I couldn't afford a guy who I knew in my heart of hearts might not be either good enough or game enough to entertain the fans. So I'm making this selection. I had to pick a guy with my heart who said, where I said, 1, he's good enough, but 2, I know he will do everything to try and become world heavyweight champion at the Garden. And he's a guy who I feel confident. He will entertain you, he will give it his all, he will let his hands go. Even if it means getting sensationally knocked out, he would rather do that than not do it. And again, not done yet, but on the way.
And of course, you know, a big narrative here would be, wow, Al and Eddie are working together to make a big fight. Has that been a surprise, or has it gone well?
I think, you know, look, I don't think that it's about Al not wanting to do business on other networks. It's just that some fighters can't really let go on other networks.
Can't afford it.
Yeah, but it's the same for me. It's the same for Aaron. You know, sometimes a fight's too big where you have to do it. But here's a case where one of his other guys, who, although he's aligned to Fox and PBC, isn't a flag bearer for the broadcast. Where he says, look, amazing opportunity, great money, chance to be world heavyweight champion. You know, he wouldn't. I don't believe he'd stand in the way of stuff like that, and he shouldn't do it as an advisor, and he has. So yeah, it's positive.
And just to close on that fight, have you seen? There's some people out there who try to say, despite Joshua winning all his fights since Klitschko, he's taking his time, or he's being more timid would be the detracting word to put it.
In his style, or in his style, or in what way?
They see him taking his time more than, whereas before the
Klitschko, opponents or in the fight?
In the fight itself.
I think he's learned that he can't fight that. Like, you know, you saw against Povetkin, he wasn't particularly timid. Takam, he wasn't timid. The only fight
he took his time early with Povetkin, you know. Whereas before, when he was coming up,
I just think he's experienced. You know, he's not, you know. But I think he has to do the same with Ruiz. But he can't go out to, when there's as much stake as at stake, he just can't come out and be reckless and be vulnerable. He's a smarter fighter now. But I think the only fight where he's really boxed smart was against Parker. And there was a lot of talk about the Wilder fight at the time. It was a unification fight. You know, I mean, since Klitschko, he boxed Takam, then he boxed a unification with Parker, and then he boxed Povetkin. So it's not as if he's taking it easy. I mean, Takam played but the unification and Povetkin, two tough heavyweight fights. So I just think he's smart.
And if we know that Wilder is not possible for the next 2 fights because he's allegedly going to be fighting Ortiz and Kownacki,
yeah.
It is for the fans.
Yeah.
So where does AJ go then?
Usyk? I mean, he's going to be a mandatory. You know, maybe Ortiz. I mean, you know, AJ was disappointed that Ortiz didn't take the challenge.
You can give us that contract info right now.
Yeah,
you know,
no, most of it's out, to be honest with you. I mean, it's not like, you know, the numbers. A lot of the time, the numbers he was offered was more than that, and we'll talk about that this week. But it's just disappointing because AJ was up for that challenge, and even though the trainer sort of said, "You've only got 4 weeks of southpaw sparring," he's like, I don't care. I want to fight Ortiz, and he's even said to me, "We'll fight him after if you want." But it all depends if he fights Wilder or not. But AJ, you have to understand about Anthony Joshua. He will fight anyone, and he calls the shots. So, you know, I think the trainer would have probably said maybe Ortiz isn't the right guy, but he said, "No, let's get him."
Right.
You know, the money that he turned down was crazy. So it just, the reason I wanted to get that out there is because 1, they put that story out, which they kind of retracted anyway, and 2, because sometimes Joshua gets like unfair criticism. And you look at Wilder now and they're saying, "Oh, he's got these 2 fights lined up." It's like, what the fuck? Like, well, you still think Joshua's ducking Wilder? Are you on another planet? So, but we'll see what happens.